Yeah.
Here we are.
Well,
Welcome to my stream, everybody. I'm just going to have a few short words to introduce everybody. Thanks, everybody, for coming and listening to us for. Just like to introduce and welcome Scott Pitsey. He was like the main organiser for the Skegness campaign and rally in Skegness. Did a marvellous job. Also, welcome to Alex Yerbury. I'm going to describe him as a veteran and a political activist. I hope you don't mind, Alec.
No,
is that okay? Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm new at this, so just bear with me. And also, many welcomes to David Sutherland, who is, I think, probably the leader of the Yorkshire Patriots. So welcome, David. And today I'm not going to speak much longer. I'm going to let the guys take over because they've got some really good, interesting information about future demos, what their plans are. So I will probably let Scott lead the way into that. Thanks, guys. Okay, Scott?
Thanks for that. Thanks a lot for that. Yeah, so a lot of people have been, watching us really and seeing what we're up to. So, yeah, we've got a few demos coming up. Skegness, Leeds, two in Leeds. Dave's organised that one. Alex got one in Hull. I've started another one in Skegness, but we're all working together really and starting to come all together. So yeah, they're looking good. Alec is very well clued up with everything we're doing.
Yeah, I know he is.
The way he's called him, our general. But yeah, he's doing what he's doing.
Telling you our secret nickname.
So yeah, there's like a few come up, and the more that people that jump on board with it, the better. Yeah, Skegness was a success. All were a success.
Yeah.
Leeds is going to be massive. We know that. Yeah. I know that from feedback that I'm getting anyway. So
really?
yeah, Leeds is going to be a big one. I know that for a fact, 100%. David's seen himself. Alec will be able to see it. There's a hell of a lot of people jumping on the Yorkshire Patriots now. Daily, it's just adding and adding and adding daily. A lot of people, hell of a lot of people I know have jumped on. Hell of a lot of them. And yeah, I'm getting a lot of messages, a lot of feedback on that. They cannot wait for Leeds. So if you're going to make the travel down from Leeds to Hull for that one, Skegness, some of them are going to struggle with that one because it's quite far, but some are going to, but not as many as what could come out of Leeds. I really think that's going to be a really big one. So yeah.
Well, hopefully, as I say, hopefully when we go back to Skegness, hopefully there'll be even more locals will turn up, because I know a lot did last time, but after seeing that once, I think what it might do is it'll give people a bit of morale and it will make people more confident to actually come out for it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I agree with that. Plus, like all kind of Valentine's have walking back up down there now, and yeah, there's a hell of a lot of people going to come out. There is going to be a lot, but I really feel that the Leeds one's going to be the big one for me.
Yeah. I think definitely.
Okay, so when is that one?
Which one, the Leeds one?
Yeah.
Dave, when's that one? 3rd of June, is it?
June the 3rd.
Yeah, June the 3rd.
That's it, yeah.
That's a little bit way off, isn't it? Just to bring us back to one that's coming up on Saturday, because I was wanting to promote that with this live feed and people jumping on, and maybe people will share the live feed to promote what's coming up on Saturday, which is the Rally for the Nation.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. So the intent behind it is to capitalise on what took place earlier in the year, because in January, obviously, there was the issue in Cottingham, and there was lots of people came out to that. Huge amount of local people were behind that campaign. And there's a whole lot of other activist groups that are very much on our side with a lot of these issues that are already active in Hull and around Hull. And the intent is to now start bringing all of these different groups of people in to actually proactively campaign for the things they want. Instead of just reacting to things that are happening, it's now got to be about trying to get people to proactively try and get the changes they want, as opposed to simply trying to prevent our enemies from doing things. It's got to be about, right, we've stopped them from doing X, Y, Z. now how can we undo what they've already done? And so I'm hoping for a big turnout. I know there's quite a few people who have said they're going to go. I know there's quite a few locals who have said they're going to go. There's been a lot of promotion physically around Hull for it. There's been a lot of pubs, working men's clubs, those kind of places that have been sort of not so much promoting it, but they've allowed it to be promoted in there. So I'm hoping there will be. I'd love to see double the turnout of what there was in January.
Definitely, I agree with that.
I do, and also,
I think you've got a few coming from Lincolnshire. Did you say, Louise? I was talking to you earlier about that. Do you know some that's coming up from Lincolnshire as well? For that one,
Kevin is in the chat. Kevin Wright is just said hi. Yeah, he's coming up with quite one of those great big cars that takes about 7 or 8 people in. He's coming up because I saw him in Cannock yesterday, and I've seen him at Leeds, and I've seen him at Rotherham. I'm not sure I saw him on Hull, but I've seen him and his lad and some of their friends, and there's about 7 of them coming up from Lincolnshire. I won't give locations for people's privacy. Yeah, there's a lad in Doncaster that wants a lift as well, and you know, a few people are saying that they're going to come, but that's just that's just what they said. But it would be good to get a good group up in Hull. I have no idea why they don't get big numbers. And the only thing I can think of is the promotion of it, that it doesn't get out on the wider estates. Do you know what I mean?
I think you've done quite a bit of promotion with that though, haven't you now, Alex? There's been quite a bit done down around Hull now, haven't there?
So I've had contacts in Hull put out just short of 2,000 leaflets, and they haven't been leafleting them to passers-by in the street that, you know, randomly, so much as, you know, a bit of targeted leafleting of the sorts of venues where people are likely to agree. And so there's been a lot of targeted leafleting. So, you know, if 2,000 leaflets, if 10% of that yields somebody turning up, then that's 200 people. So that in conjunction with a lot of social media advertising, and with a bit of outreach to some of these other activist groups that are already active in Hull and are pretty much in agreement with a lot of the things that we want and want the sort of changes we want, you know, whether it's regards to immigration or government corruption, these kinds of issues. Yeah, the hope is that now a lot of these groups will turn up for it. And yeah, to anyone who's coming, you know, feel free if you want to bring as many Union Jacks, England flags, any of that. You know, by all means, crack on. Let's have a sea of flags.
And the handmade ones are more than welcome as well. You know, if they can handmake them, they're great. Like Cakeworth, they had some fantastic handmade, but really, really meaningful. One of them was quite poignant that stood out to me. Worried, not racist. And do you know what? It was a really good sign. And they were all local people from the village. There was about 300 or 400. I would say 300. I don't know. I'm not really good at numbers and groups of people. But the homemade signs really hit home. They really did. So, you know, the rally you're talking about, it's not so much an immigration rally, is it, Alec? It's more an anti-Marxist rally.
Immigration, and this is my view on it, is the mass immigration is a symptom of the problem. Yes, it's causing damage, but it's a symptom of the problem. And the overarching problem is what I would call the Marxist agenda, but in like non-ideological terms, what it is that political power in Britain has become totally dominated by a caste of people who are greedy, who are selfish, and whose only interest is their own interest. It's money and power is the only things that these people actually want. And it's effectively like a drug cartel where the main parties are gangs in a cartel where they compete with each other for influence. But when there's a threat to them as a whole, they will immediately join forces. And so the overarching theme is very much against the old parties, against the corruption in the establishment, And yes, it touches on these things like immigration and, you know,
Yes.
those are ethnic issues because those are symptoms of the problem. But the overarching problem is the issue of government.
100%. Yeah,
Thank you
I
very
agree
much
with
for
you, mate.
explaining that. Yeah, because it's an interesting rally, and I think it's really good because it does cover a lot of people's issues, a lot of the issues that people are facing today, including immigration.
Yeah,
so
and
I just wanted you to explain that to if there's anybody watching.
yeah, and
You know what I mean?
my hope is that by doing it in this way, and this will become apparent on the day when I talk about it, but my hope is that by doing it in this way, what it will be able to accomplish is to show people, not just to tell people, but to show people that there is actually an alternative to being fleeced by 2 or 3 different people that ultimately want the same thing, which is to rob you of everything. There is an agenda which is an alternative to that, and it is possible to actually carry that agenda out. So I'm not going to go through my own speech on here, but that
No.
is what I'm trying to demonstrate. And
Yeah, thank you.
my hope is that people walk away feeling as though they actually can fix their own problems and that they actually can get out of the hole that they've been put in.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. I think that was quite articulately put. Yeah, that's good. So, David, do you want to say anything about, or should we go to Skegness but next? There's quite a number, isn't there, coming up in March? I don't know whether I should sing them out as well. You know, not to do with ours. You know, very quickly that there's Wegworth on the same day as the Hull one at 5 o'clock on Saturday night, which I'll be going to after I finish in Hull. There's also a drag queen story time at the Honor Oak, and that's an SE postcode. I don't know what that is. Do you guys?
SE.
Yeah, 10:30 there on the 20. That's on the 25th. Also on the 25th, there's a Manchester Uni rally, and I think it's called. It's a long name. It's Stop Discriminating Against Non-Woke Students, and I think that's at 1 p.m. in Manchester, 188 Oxford. I've put all these up on my community, and that Danny Roscoe's speaking there with another couple of speakers, which I haven't written down, which is very disrespectful of me, but I didn't do it. But I know that is on the 25th of March as well. Yeah, and then going on to drag queen, we've got so then at 8th of May there's Walsall.
Just to cut in there, just on the 25th as well, there's one in Wakefield.
Right.
I think David, you probably know more of the details than me. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but there's one in Wakefield as well.
Yeah, there's one in Wakefield on the 25th. It's at Wakefield Town Hall. It's regarding the problems with the autistic boy who dropped the Quran, basically.
Right.
And they're having a demonstration regarding this matter. So we obtained the flyer of the people and we put it all over Facebook. We're just hoping people can get out and support this cause because this poor little boy has had death threats and everything. And it's not right, you know what I mean? That little lad didn't know what he was doing, and basically it's out of order. And these Basque communities are taking the situation out of order. It was just like the school teacher years ago.
Yes.
It's all like a corrupt system, and we need to sort this out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know
is
quite
that
a few
this
people
month?
going.
Is that 25th of March?
Yes.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah. Quite bad what they've done with that little
page. You know, the video
of the mum sat
there with the headscarf on. No, I didn't. I did a video of it. I put it on as a video with the mum being humiliated there and begging for them to more or less leave her son alone. Bless him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were about attending.
Yeah, right? It is bad what's happened there because police got involved, everything, didn't know not about them getting death threats, didn't step in for a few weeks, did they, Dave? I'm right. It was quite, it's really
That's
bad
right,
how they treat them.
right,
yeah. And they had
You
to
know what I
move
mean?
house as well.
Yeah, they're being put in temporary accommodation because the parents have had death threats and they're frightened
Yeah.
of their lives, you know what I mean? Because of
Yeah,
what's happened, and it's not right.
It's disgusting what's happened with them. Absolutely disgusting.
You know what I mean?
Police
That
not
poor
to do
lad,
anything.
you know that poor lad, you've like, they've interrupted his routine, daily routine and stuff, and the harassment that poor young lad's got is terrible.
Yeah, it is. I totally
it needs
agree,
to be said, and something needs to be done about this situation. And that's why we're going out to protest, just to say what's right about this, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they're doing
it wouldn't have happened if it had been a Bible that had been dropped, would it?
No.
Of course.
You know,
of course.
It's crazy. Crazy.
There was an interesting clip on, I can't remember who it was. I've got a bad memory these days, where somebody was asking, they were asking about religion to the left. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I seem to have an echo.
Yes.
And they were asking questions, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, well we don't like religion, and we don't mind, you know, we don't care." And then when they said, "Well, what about Islam? What about that?" "Oh no, we have to respect cultural differences." Well, that's double standards, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
100%.
You know, they don't have the same respect for our Christians. They can blaspheme at us all the time. I know they did at that Leeds rally when I went to the drag queen protest. They were singing about Jesus because they saw my cross, you know, in a horrible, blasphemous way. But it doesn't matter to us. I can't go and, you know, make any kind of like official complaints about that. She says, boo-hooing.
I remember that.
Can I just mention?
Go on.
Carry on.
No,
you finished now because I keep hearing myself in an echo, so I'm shutting up.
You carry on, David.
Can I just mention one thing regarding demonstration, regarding the Leeds demo? Basically, this demo is not about individual groups. So what I'm trying to come across is everybody is the same. We all want the same things in life. So what I'm trying to see is we don't want banners from people, from groups. The only banners we want is when the speeches are done at the front. These banners will all be neutral and they'll be stating why we're doing the demonstration. During the route and the walk, we've got no problems with flags, etc. Bring what you want. But regarding the speeches, everything will be neutral, so everybody will be the same.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I think that's how it should be.
We all patriots and we all nationalists together.
That's what it's about, mate. It's about us all coming together. We need to be together.
Yeah.
We do. Go on, Alec. What were you going to say, mate?
Alex might like this. I've been in touch with an Irish band for the demonstration, and we're in negotiations with them. And also, I've got an appointment to see the Veterinary Association in Leeds to see if we can get 25 vets in the uniforms to march.
That's brilliant.
Oh, that'll be
They're going to try and get us all to do an Irish dance all the way through that match, Dave.
What we're
Irish dancing all the way down through Leeds will look good, won't it?
Alec, you'll be great. You'll be pleased.
Just for you, Scott.
You'll have me the tutu, mate, doing it.
Yeah. I've got to also mention later on, there's going to be a big demo at Newcastle. I've got it somewhere. On. It's not to me, but it's regarding illegal immigrants and to do with the BBC. That's in Newcastle on the Saturday, the 20th of May. So I think that would be good as well.
Yeah.
Because I think Newcastle hasn't had a demonstration for a long time. So, and I think also the North East infidels are having one on the same day, but on the morning, and then they're all travelling up to Newcastle. So that'll be a good day, you know.
Yeah.
What
Good
date
demonstration.
again, David?
The Saturday the 20th of May.
Thank you. Got that.
We'll be a good one
No
up there
problem.
as well.
There's
That's some laps up there with them boys doing theirs.
There's one in Walsall as well on the 8th of May on
Yeah.
a Monday.
Yeah.
I got a message today. I was asked if I wanted to give a speech at that, which I said yes to, but
Yeah.
that's down near Cannock Way.
Yeah.
I think we're
Birmingham,
buffering, guys. We're all echoing. What's happening?
It's echoing back a bit.
Oh, well, let's keep going.
So basically, we've only got Skegness in April, haven't we?
Well, all next week. Yeah, just only one in April, Skegness, yeah.
For up to now.
Yeah, so basically, we've got the first 2 or 3 weeks free in April, haven't we?
Yeah.
So maybe to drum up more support, we should visit somewhere like Doncaster or, you know, an area around where we haven't been for a while.
I think that's a very good idea, and if we can decide on what we're going to do or where we're going to do that before this Saturday, what we can do is just, even if we don't have all the details, we can at least pitch it on Saturday to the crowd that's there. So it would be good if we could pick somewhere this week for beginning of April.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we spoke about Doncaster the other week, didn't we? I thought we'd already been organised there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Maybe so get that done then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another year to go. Yeah.
Yeah, and then do a flyer.
We'll put something out.
Put something out. That's a good idea. So, is there anything else, guys, then before Saturday that we need to be doing to promote this, rally?
Just keep sharing it social media wise. Like I say, Alex put when it's not fires, but it's loads. Just keep sharing life out of it, and hopefully it just drum a bit more up.
Yeah, I'd say physical advertising is probably, as much as can be done, has been done. The people advertising it for me physically in Hull have had another 500 leaflets offer me this week because the guy leading that reckoned he was going to run out of the 2,000, so I've given him another few hundred. I think that as much as can be done for that has been done.
Yeah.
I think I'll confirm with him, but I believe that on the day there's going to be a little bit of leafleting beforehand in the vicinity of certain places to sort of try and capture a few last minute people. But apart from that, it'll just be, pushing it online where possible. Mindful that there's going to be reduced trains, so anybody that's traveling by train, you'll have to be aware of that.
Oh, yeah.
Because at this moment, there's issues with train strikes. But like I said, a lot of the support for the first rally in Hull was locals. So I think that will be the case again.
Yeah.
Also, Skegness, when I spoke to a guy today, one of the main pubs down there, let me flyer that up as well for Skegness demonstration. I have to go see him Tuesday, as long as we all use his pub on the day, he said. So, yeah, that's looking good. It won't be Spoons again, but yeah, it's a big enough pub for us all anyway. So, yeah. He wants us to use that. He's not posted it up. And it's one of the biggest pubs down in Skegness. So that's
that's great news,
Yeah, plenty of support from down there, mate. Like I say, you all seen it with your own eyes. Every shopkeeper came out and clapped us as we were through Skegness that day.
So what's going on with the scooter situation, Scott?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've got hold of the club, but the clubs I've got hold of, they're actually in Bradford. A lot of them don't want nothing to do with it. I'm waiting for the guy, Scooter Billy, I think he's called. He's probably watching this. He's supposed to be getting back to me about organising something down in Skegness. But the lads in Bradford, forget the name now, they're on about coming to Leeds to ride up front in Leeds as well, Dave. So yeah, I've spoke to them, and I've just got to keep them informed.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're a good set of lads. They
Basically,
sound a good set of lads. He had a good chat to me, so they're a good group. So yeah, hopefully they'll come to Leeds and ride up front as well.
no, fantastic, man.
Yeah, so yeah, plenty of work going in from us all. I think behind the scenes that people don't realise, but yeah, it's looking good for them all. To be fair, yeah.
Like I say, also,
I've tried to get them to hold a bit of a stretch for them on their tours. They tend to break down a lot.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's looking
like
good.
Sam,
all three.
The good Leeds City said, been good to try and get out plenty leaflets.
Yeah. So yeah. Fair play to them all. But I think there's Paul Leamings. When's Paul Leamings' day? We were talking about that earlier. He's got another one in Leeds. I forgot about that. Paul it's 7 o'clock though. He's doing that quite late.
Yeah, he's doing it back in properly. Paul, he hasn't got a specific date when he's doing it yet. He's trying to fix it in between all these demos, you know.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I know that but like I say, credit to Paul, he grafts his arse off of it as well and promotes all of what we put out all the time. Good lad.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to ask Alex was, you know, Alex. Alex.
Yeah.
Do you know these demos? What we're doing, mate? You were talking to me earlier about doing 3 demos and then making a national demo. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, about having this sort of idea where, and this will be something probably for after Leeds because we're kind of doing it anyway. But this idea of saying we want to have a big demo somewhere really big and important like Leeds, but then leading up to it, you have like a series of other ones to drum up support for it. And we're kind of doing that with Leeds already by default because like in Hull, we're going to promote Leeds. If we do something in Doncaster, we'll promote Leeds. Skegness will promote Leeds. The idea being that the smaller ones then mobilise people for the biggest one. And I think going forward, we should plan for this to happen and do this over the summer so that as before Leeds even launches, we've then got a series of demos following on with another major one following on from them.
Yeah, that's
Keep
great.
talking, guys. I'm just posting comments.
Yeah, we've had a good chat about it, haven't we? That to do that, Alec. It's good. We've got some good plans, and if everyone just chips in with them, we'll do well with it all, mate. There's going to be no stopping us, basically. Just keep the fight going. Just keep it going.
Yeah.
We've got to. Can't stop now.
That's it.
I think we've got to be precise with the cities what we want to demonstrate in as well.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to demonstrate in, like, you know, you're talking Leeds here, where we're going to demonstrate, which cities we're going to do, what does that feel about this? I think before we demonstrate any of them cities, we should go out into the city centres and hand flyers out of what we're about.
Yeah, of course.
And that gives people more information on us and what we're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like this channel of yours, Louise. How many followers have you got on this channel, Louise? You must have a good amount now.
Yeah, it's incredible, really. I think I've probably got about 2,000 coming up, 2,200, something like that.
Yeah, it's
in such a short space of time. I can't hardly believe it.
So Yorkshire Patriots has gone through Wnough as well, hasn't it, Dave? Members on that.
It's unbelievable that, you know, 5-6 years ago, I started this group up and it's been shut down 5 times due to our friends of the media and the left. But it's still going. And in the last 5 weeks, it's gone up by 500 members.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. We've got a great admin team, and we do try our best to snuff the left out. Odd one or two does get through, but they do get found out. And most of the members do contribute to the page, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
And I just can't believe the page is doing that good. I've opened the second page now, and there's nearly 850 members on that one. But I just hope when all these demos come up, so some of them can attend the demos.
Well, exactly.
Like I say,
don't get me blood boiling.
Like I said, that one in Leeds, mate. That one in Leeds. Like I say, the Yorkshire Patriots, it's gone through Rufus membership on that. So the one in Leeds, mate. I know everyone I know from Leeds will turn out to that, and I know that definitely 100%. So it'll be a massive amount turn up to it. But it's not just Yorkshire now. That Yorkshire people that are on Yorkshire Patriots now. There's people from Lincolnshire joining it. I've noticed this myself. There's people from all over the country joining the Yorkshire Patriots now to follow what is going on with these demonstrations, and they are actually doing that.
Yeah.
So it's not just people from Yorkshire on it now.
No, it's people from all over the country, like you say. And I think the more active we are, the more active the country wants to be, because we're making them aware of what we're doing, which, to me, in my eyes, is a good thing.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I don't know what, but I think the Irish have woken up because they've had that many incidents. It's only a tiny, small island. I think the media hide loads of stuff from us. I think once the British people start to experience what it's going to be like living with mentally ill people in hotels that, have come from a different culture, I think they'll start to realise and maybe get out on the streets. It might be a bit too late by then, though, folks.
I hope you're right.
Run over.
I hope you're right.
I'm not stopping. We're not going to stop.
No.
It gets on my nerves. Do you know what I mean? I mean, at my time of life, I should just be relaxing. Do you know what I mean? I've worked all my life. I can cash in my pension. And here I am out every weekend going to support local people who are worried and concerned and frightened and had incidents involving their children. And what about that older lady that went into hospital and died by some kind of assault? What the fuck? I don't care if you don't monetize me, YouTube. I don't care. It's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah.
Sorry, again, I'm sorry. I said to Scott, don't swear. Don't say this. Don't say that.
I'd be well behaved tonight as well.
It's horrible. What's happening?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
And I feel sorry for, you know what? I know it sounds ridiculous, but I feel sorry for you men who are having to, going to have to deal with this. Do you know what I mean? I do because you see it, and sometimes you're kind of helpless. Do you know what I mean? I do feel sorry. It's like the men in Ireland, isn't it? Trying to protect theirs.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's down to basic to me. That's why I'm doing this. Not for anybody.
Well, it is, isn't it? It is.
This is why I'm doing it, because I don't want our beautiful country to fall. And I don't want our kids being hurt. My sons aren't being brought up to be violent, and they're going to have to face it, aren't they?
Well, it's happening, isn't it? It's happening everywhere.
Basically, Basically,
sorry,
we've got we've got no say in today's society. We've got no say in society today. It's the corrupt government. You know what I mean? The government, the corrupt media, they just turn the blind eye to what's going on in this world today. And it's unbelievable. And if we can just change a slightest little bit of it, I feel good about myself. I don't know how you lads and you feel, though, but I feel good about myself if I can change something.
Absolutely. Here. God bless you.
Well,
God bless us all.
That's what exactly what we're trying to do, isn't it? That's what we are doing. We are going to change things. There's not no question of how we are.
It is absolutely possible to do it. People people believe that they are powerless, and because of that, they then become powerless. But it is totally possible to actually change your own destiny. It's not written in the sand what will happen. You can do something about it.
That's okay. I think the big battle now is these 15-minute cities as well, isn't it?
You can, but sometimes what we're faced with, what's coming across in dingers, that they're going to change people's destinies for the worse. Innocent people. I know what you're saying, and I do believe in that. But, you know, I can see it coming. I can see exactly what's coming.
Yeah, but we are true Brits. We are true Brits. The Brits have gone back from hundreds of years, and we always are up for a fight. And we'll always and always carry on, and we'll always win. We are doing this for our future and our future kids.
Absolutely.
We are doing it for everybody, because God knows in the next 20 years what this country could be like.
Exactly, David.
Now,
David.
If I can guarantee now, this country, the way it's going, if nobody acts now, this country will be a Muslim state.
Oh, 100%.
I can guarantee it.
Yes.
Now, I know people on YouTube or anywhere might not like me talking this way, but it's freedom of speech, and it's the truth. It's the total truth. Now, we need to act quickly with a good frame of mind and a positive mind and a good attitude, and try and change things round. Because if we don't, World War III will come again. And it won't be nice.
I know what my theory is about that. All our lads will be deployed, you know, all our military will be deployed to European shores, and you lot will be left defending us. That's what I meant by I feel sorry for you lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't even think about it.
Well, you might have some idea on this, Alec, do you?
What about what I think's going to happen militarily? Are you talking about like Ukraine and what?
Yeah.
I mean, so I've been asked this on a few streams. So speaking, and I'm going to say this because I know people have different views on who's right and who's wrong in the Ukraine saga. That's fine. But what I will say is what I know about military strategy and military situations. My belief is that the war in Ukraine is going to end with Ukraine making territorial concessions to Russia just as a way of making the war stop. I personally think the outcome's a foregone conclusion and kind of has been since the beginning. I think the amount of money and military equipment we're putting into it is not going to change the outcome. It's just going to prolong the actual war. Yeah. I think at best it will turn into the Vietnam War of the 21st century, where it goes on for a decade. And the ultimate loser is the population of Ukraine, because the country will get flattened. It will take 50 years to fix. But the end result will be exactly the same as it would have been at the start if nothing got done at all. And that's sad, but that's like, from a military point of view, that's what I honestly believe will happen, because I believe I don't believe that Western governments believe that they can militarily directly get involved in Ukraine, because they know there will be too much public opposition. And two, because I don't think it would be likely to actually change the outcome, even if you did, because of the logistical issues involved. But that's just my view on it. If that's my view, that's my view on it.
Yeah. It's a clear subject.
Thanks, Alec.
So then have we rounded everything off, or?
I think we have done. I won't be able to stay on too much longer because I've got to get up very early for work tomorrow. But I think we have covered all the
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Thanks,
Thank you for
Yeah.
inviting us, love.
Yeah, thank you,
very
Louise.
much.
So I'll
As
see.
well.
It was a
Yeah,
first, wasn't it?
thank you for letting us come on.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody
Right,
for commenting. So bye guys. Thanks very much. See you next
Bye.
time.
Thank
See you
you.
later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See
Bye.
you later. Thank you. See you later on. Bye bye.
Bye.